Science, in the most general sense, is a process by which we try to learn about and understand the world we live in. At the hard end of science, you've got things like physics, chemistry, and biology. These are empirical sciences, in that they predict, observe, analyze, and correct their predictions continually. You can create and control experiments, allowing for very specific testing of a hypothesis. Everything, even the things we know to be true, are always open for testing and refinement. At the other extreme, you've got the humanities. These are the fields that deal with human culture, specifically. Humanities typically include all of the arts, philosophy, theology, history, and linguistics. These tend to be speculative fields, where the practitioners observe, think, and reason about the human experience. There isn't much experimentation here in the traditional sense. Rather, application of theory becomes the grand experiment itself, in the sense that the Soviet Union might be seen as an experiment on whether or not communism works. Because of the lack of controlled experiments, most scientists do not regard the humanities as a science at all, though there are certainly interactions between the two. In the middle are the social sciences. Anthropology, physical and cultural, archaeology, sociology, psychology, economics, and political science are examples. Social sciences do perform experiments, but they tend to struggle more with the concept of control. People are complicated, and it is extremely difficult to isolate a topic of study in these fields without ethical problems. We could learn a lot about psychology, for example, if we were willing to dissect and torture people. Psychology is full of examples of that sort of thing, and the results that came of them. Because of this limitation, most experimentation in social sciences comes in the form of studies. We ask lots of people questions, make observations, and attempt to find statistically meaningful correlations. The results are usually useful in a large context, but usually cannot define a definite causality. A sociology study might, for example, show us that people prefer white walls in a subway over bare concrete, and even that subway systems with white walls are considered to be cleaner, safer, and ultimately see a higher utilization than others*. What it cannot do is point to a specific set of neurons in the brain that cause us to think this way, nor can the conclusions be applied to every person in the real world. Physics can tell you how gravity will affect any object anywhere on Earth, but psychology cannot tell you how any single individual will behave with the same certainty.